we got ourselves another top 10 for you guys here. This is actually the first corner top 10 of the year, and I am actually really not feeling this position only because every single card that has came out has either been a Gauntlet Reward or LTDs or one of the most expensive cards in the game. But I will say this is probably the most important position in the game on defense. So if you are going to spend a lot of coins, you probably want to watch this video so you know where to spend them, who to spend them on, so you're not wasting them on mid cards or the wrong cards at the top of the list. But if you enjoy top 10s like this, I do them on every position. I do gameplays on all new cards, so make sure to hit that like, hit the subscribe, and let's just jump into number 10. If you're looking for cheap, fast coins to build that God Squad you always wanted, to check out my sponsor, U4GM, and use code SHOE for 5% off your order. I will say number 10 is an outlier. Number 10, it really is nowhere near 9 and above. Number 10 is the only guy that is 84 speed and below. There is no 84 speed corner actually in the game. So he's the only guy that is sitting there at, like, that's 2 speed difference between him and number 9. That's how kind of the big of the drop-off is there. But he's still not a bad card compared to the rest. Even compared to the free Kobe Bryant in the game or other 85s, he is the best one. He's 83 speed, which in the game, but 6'1" is really, really nice. And he also does have both of his man and zone above 80. He also has 83 press, which compared to a lot of even the LTD corners, it's much, much better. I think height is a big deal, but with him having the speed, if you are not having, or say if you do have a God Squad, probably a slot guy comparative like Luther Burden or whatnot, I don't know. It's really tough. It is really, really tough in the game right now. They need to fix this corner market. It's kind of hard to gas a card like this. I'm doing my best to gas this card. He's not very good in the meta right now. It's just how it is. They released Luther Burden, AJ Brown, and everybody has him from the glitch. So a guy like Dalen Everett's getting fried no matter what. And at number 9, we got our guy Colin Wright from Stanford. This is another guy that obviously 85 speed is a lot better. That is much, much better. The real only cards you're going to be struggling with is really like AJ Brown and Luther Burden because they're like 2 speed, 3 speed higher. But at the end of the day, he's about as good as it gets when it comes to the core cards. 85 speed, 84 excel. His man, zone, and press are all amazing right there. 80, 83, and 82. I think the only thing that really does suck is that he's not like abnormally fast. Like other than that, he's amazing. Though another thing that does suck with core cards is they do not get abilities. Although I will say on defense right now, it seems like most people are trying just defensive line abilities like quick jump or even like coverage abilities really. I don't think you're really missing anything on a guy like this, especially if you are having a lot of top tier corners. Maybe you got him B and D or whatever, but yeah, you're fine. This card's good. He's good for what he is. Number 8, we got Kobe Bryant, but no, this is not the Kobe Bryant that we have in the season pass. That one is an 84 overall, but he's only 83 speed. This is his actual core card. Definitely a big upgrade. Still 6 foot right there. 85 speed, 85 excel. A little bit better in the excel and agility right there. I feel like that does help with man coverage, although he is a zone archetype. Although he's a zone archetype, I think like the man, the excel, and agility do help a lot in there. His press is 79, but I will say with the strat cards, it is so easy to get that up to 80. All you got to do is hit that 80 threshold. As long as it's 79, I feel like that's really okay. And as many of you guys know, the strat cards right now help every single card, not just a certain position group. I think that's glitched, and they're probably going to fix that soon, but very easily achievable. But then again, no abilities on it. But for corner, I'm not taking that too much into accountability with the top 10 list here because their abilities are kind of mid until we start getting gold and platinums there. Number 7, we have a card that I think is so good in a certain meta, but he is so bad in the opposite, right? Like, he's not a good hybrid card at all. He's an amazing man corner, right? 85 speed is still a little bit questionable, especially for an LTD. He's very expensive. He's very overpriced for what he is. And like I said, I have him at number 7 right here. He is 85 speed, 86 man, 86 press. Like, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing. But there you can see the zone is 74. He also, he is 6 foot in this game. In all Madden games, he's always been 5'11". They gave him 6 foot. He still looks a lot smaller than 6 foot in game. I don't know if that's just what it is or maybe I was playing against Moss one game, or maybe it was Mike Evans, but he looks really tiny out there. I just don't think a card is very, very good on the field if they cannot at least play a lick of zone. Like, 74 is terrible. You can't even boost that up to an 80 at all. Like, that is very, very, very bad zone. So it's hard to play a guy or even like put him much higher in this list when he's so focused on a man scheme only. You know what I mean? Number 6, we have Benjamin Morrison. I will say when I made this list, I did have Benjamin Morrison at 6'1". On CFB.fan, I swear it said 6'1", the database website for all these cards. I swear it said he was 6'1", but regardless, he's basically the same as all the other cards right before him. The only negative is that he can't build ability. Maybe you could put Revis above because he can get abilities. That is the only thing you could argue above, but I still think a card can't be much higher if he's not even hitting the 80 threshold. At an 86 overall, I think that's absolutely brutal, but you are getting also 84 zone, 82 press. All the thresholds are being met. They're all pretty high 80s as well, or at least decent 80s, right? Like 81 plus, or 81's the lowest one, and then the rest of them are all 82 plus. I think Benjamin Morrison's a solid corner out there, and like I said, unless you're a strict man player, I'd still take him over Revis. We head into our top 5. This is where now I'm a little bit more enthusiastic in the list. I'm having a little bit more fun talking about these guys. We're getting up there in height as well. 6'1", he is 86 speed, our first 86 plus speed player on the list. 85 excel, 86 agility, so great physical stats across the board. I will say it still feels like he does get outmanned when it comes to AJ Brown and Luther Burden. I don't know how often you guys match against those cards, but a guy like Ramsey still, although he's a top 5 corner in the game, has a lot of trouble with those guys. But I do love that he comes with great stats across the board. 86 play rec, 86 man. The press is good. The zones are really, really good. He's a good card, and also he does get abilities. I don't really like too many abilities. I was running a lot of man, and Jammer sucked. I think this ability does absolutely nothing, at least on bronze. Maybe on gold, when we get up to gold, and maybe platinum, it'll be good, but I did not like that at all. I think I ended up just running all D-line abilities because nothing worked. Like, even the knockout ability, ball hawk, they're all just super inconsistent right now in the what is it called? Like, I guess in the secondary. So a guy like Ramsey, just a base card overall, I'd still take him over everybody we've shown yet. Number 4, we got Aiden White, and I don't know if... let me know, should I include future Gauntlet cards on a list like this? I feel like I should because he is obtainable. Obviously, through only through Gauntlet, you have to go 9-1 or better, or 9-0 or better. You got to get 9 wins in Gauntlet. Let me just say that. It is kind of hard. It is very, very hard to do. I ended up getting him on my first one, and I love this card. I think he's been arguably my best corner. I've used every single corner on this list besides Everett, by the way. And I think Aiden White has been my favorite corner I've used all year. He is 6 foot. 87 speed, 87 excel. He has really good agility across the board. His man is a little low at 80. I do run a lot of man, and he is perfect there. I actually run him at safety currently. But 87 zone is amazing. Absolutely amazing. 83 press. His play rec's good as well. He feels just fluid out there. I don't know if it's because he's like a smaller, skinnier build where he can actually stay hip to hip with a lot of people, but Aiden White has been amazing. I don't know if you guys have got him through Gauntlet yet. If you're really, really close, I think we have like 2 or 3 more weeks of him being in there. Go try to get him. He could at least be your corner 3, corner 4 for like a month to come, because this card's going to be very, very good for a while. Number 3, we have the brand new Tacario Davis. He's actually the tallest card on this list. I think you can maybe argue him above number, above number 2 right there. But Tacario, the one thing with him though, is this game, a lot of the meta defenses in the game, you are pressing a lot. A lot of people are running the double mug, or they're running 6-1 right now, or even penny. A lot of the times you are pressing, especially if you're running man. He has 78 press. I don't care about the man coverage, but 87 is still really good if you're running like 2-man under or whatnot, but press at 78 is kind of tough. I will say, when I get this card, I will be playing him at safety. I think that's where he's going to be best at, but when I'm valuing him at the corner role and how much you press in this game and how decent the press is, especially when you're blitzing and you hold Luther off for like that much longer, it's kind of tough to having 78 right there, man. He's going to get absolutely fried at times, but still being 6'4", 87 speed, the stats still being great besides the press, he's got to be up here in the top 3 regardless. And at number 2, I will say I have heard so much bad things about Sauce. I actually ended up pulling this card out of my national championship pack. I won a Super Bowl or a national championship right before it came out, and the first one I opened, the first card in the pack was Sauce Gardner. So I've had him since, and he's been really, really good for me. He's actually forced a lot. What's crazy too is he's forced a lot of fumbles. I don't know if that, I guess we'll take a look at those stats as well, but 87 speed, 6'3", he still has amazing stats across the board. 86 play rec, 86 man, 87 zone. He is crazy. The only thing is he has +6 press. I think that's a big deal. -1 inch in height for +6 press. Sauce Gardner, I'm sorry, boys. I know Tacario's a dog, but I gotta go with Sauce here. I know some corners are gonna be bad. I've heard the horror stories about Sauce out there for some people. I think corners are a dime a dozen out there anyway, so this game is offensive based. Your corners are going to suck regardless, but Sauce is going to suck hopefully the least. At number 1, I think we all knew he was coming. He is the only 88 speed plus corner in the game. He still is a tall guy, although we've been kind of going down 1 inch ever since the top 3 spots. 6'2" is still very tall in the game. He matches up well with everybody. The only guy taller than him out there is Mike Evans and Moss, and he's way faster than both of them, so he should be literally tailing them the entire game, so he's going to be great there. And then you can see the stats. I mean, he has the best stats in the game. 89 press is ridiculous. You can get that up to 92 with an easy strat card. He has 89 man, 85 zone. The play rec's like ridiculous. I'm telling you, Will Johnson is an absolute monster. I think he's got to get on the squad. Hopefully you guys got him from the glitch. I got him from the glitch, but right now I think he's 600K. He's cheaper than both of the cards we just showed you, and he's number 1 in my opinion. I think you guys need to go grab him. If you are going to splurge on at least one corner, or if you're looking to add like 2 or 3, this one's got to be the first one every single time. Boys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to comment down below which corners are you rocking right now in your team, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Hopefully get some good gameplays. We obviously got, in case you missed it, coming tomorrow. Been some good cards coming out of that, so I'm excited, and I'll see you guys there. Peace out, boys.